Assembly of the front cover starts with the new main seal. You may use the pulley hub to keep the front cover in place for the remaining procedures. Another helpful hint from Atkins is to use a sharp punch to tap small dimples on the gasket surface of the front cover between the upper two bolts. This will keep the gasket in place. We have never had a front cover gasket moved from this location since we started doing this about 20 years ago. Lube the oil metering pump drive shaft and install it in the front cover, making sure it spins freely. Blow air into this orifice, making sure the passageways are clear. These parts will complete the oil metering drive. Tap the C-clip in place, insert the pin, slip on the gear, and install the second C-clip. Be sure both of these C-clips are securely in place. The next item is the oil pressure regulator. Lube the plunger and install it into the bottom of the front cover. Install the oil line adapter with a new washer, making sure it's snug. Each front cover bolt must have a flat washer and a lock washer. Prep your rear gear by installing a new O-ring, which is included in the overhaul kit. Apply petroleum jelly on the bearing surface and a new O-ring on the front main bolt. Finally, we are in the last stages of assembly. Apply RTV black to the oil galley area and the legs on the lower portion of the end plate. Another Atkins helpful hint: if you don't apply sealant to these legs, oil will seep or wick between the metal-to-metal finishes of the end plates and rotor housings. Put the front rotor housing on and install the front rotor gear down. With a small screwdriver, push the apex springs down on each apex seal. Install the apex end pieces, make sure they get on top of the springs. Set the shaft down into the rotor and the front main bearing and give it a little twist back and forth to make sure it feels right. Place RTV black in these areas. Raise the shaft slightly and lower the center end plate. Tip the end plate slightly so that it can slip over the center of the shaft. Seat the center end plate on the front rotor housing. RTV the legs and oil galley on the center iron here. Install your rear rotor housing. Place your rear rotor in gear up. Once again, push the apex springs down to seat the apex seals and install the apex seal ends. RTV, the oil galley and legs. Install the rear end plate. Apply RTV around the rear gear mount. Slide the rear gear down, being careful not to harm the bearing with the threads on the shaft. Align the rear gear slot with the pin. Install the 6 short gear bolts and tighten to specifications. Place your tension bolt seals at their locations. Spray a lubricant such as WD-40 or AMSOIL MP on the through bolt threads and underneath the head. The one bolt with the Mazda symbol is the longest bolt and is placed here. Torque the bolts down in stages in a cross pattern.